My birthday dessert today was one of my mom's favorites from when she was a kid. And she talked about these all the time. They're called Charlotte Russe. And it's a sponge cake with whipped cream and a cherry on top. Now, I should tell you, Charlotte Russe has no political leanings. And the place that made these refused to make them for me.
So I guess we all need to be criticized by The View, and then maybe we'll be just as popular. You know, the past week after the election, I've been turning on my television, and people on the Democratic side have been trying to figure out what happened. How did we lose so much? This is the reason why you lost. The elitist attitude. Exactly the type of attitude, an elitist mentality that the American people rejected resoundingly on Tuesday.
We see all the cars here, all the people coming in and out of the store today to send a message to the person who decided that she was too important for a boiler breakdown, that she had to have her pastries, and if it wasn't coming to her, it must have been someone else's fault. It must have been a directed insult to her.
I think the truth is that Whoopi Goldberg is an incredibly self-indulgent person who thinks everything is about her. So she thinks and takes it personally because that's how highly she thinks of herself, and she thinks everyone else regards her in that way.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and back to a brand new video. You guys, it's finally happened. Cupcake Gate has come. Cupcake Gate has taken over. Cupcake Gate is the new Watergate. Now, in case you're wondering what this is even about, so this past week was Whoopi Goldberg's birthday on The View. And in the last segment of the show, she decided to talk about her favorite cupcake from childhood that her mom used to get her when she was a kid. It was a big deal. And she goes on to talk about how this cupcake was a big deal for her because growing up, she loved to eat it, is nostalgic for her. But she had issues getting the cupcake to the studio because apparently the bakery that was tasked to make the cupcakes for her found out that it was for her and then decided to lie about their boilers being broken so that they wouldn't have to make the cupcakes for her because they hate her so much and her politics. Now, the problem with this narrative is that Whoopi Goldberg is not basing this on any facts. This is all just her assumption. None of this has been substantiated. Now, she does go on to say that she's not going to name the actual bakery because they ended up making the cupcakes for her anyway. So her thinking is that they made it because they thought it was for somebody else. But again, we don't know the details, and she's assuming the worst of this company based on little to no facts. The funny thing is that she goes on to say that I'm not going to name the company because I don't want to, put them on blast, but she has the company's bakery boxes on display, which is very easy for people to Google and search to find out who the company is. And lo and behold, in less than 24 hours, everyone knew exactly who the bakery was that she was referring to. And they've been getting so much hate mail and death threats because of what Whoopi Goldberg alleged. She's essentially claiming that she's been canceled or is being attempted to be canceled by this bakery and being discriminated against because of her politics. She does go on to say in the clip that I don't think it's because I'm a woman.
Can't be because I'm a woman, but perhaps they did not like my politics. Yeah.
And she says that because the bakery owner herself is a woman. So then she goes on to say, well, it must be because of my politics, because I'm Whoopi Goldberg and everyone knows who I am, because I'm just that important. Wow. Talk about ego. My thing is, why would you put a company on blast that way without having all the facts, without knowing for sure that they weren't lying to you? Because according to Whoopi Goldberg, they had some boiler issues and some oven issues, but whatever.
They said that their ovens had gone down, all kinds of stuff, but...
Okay, did you substantiate that? Did you do research? Did you actually find out if that was true? Or are you assuming that it wasn't true just to piggyback off of your narrative that is not true? What are we doing here? So because of the backlash, they got so much hate, it's ridiculous. They did a press conference today to address the issue, to address the elephant in the room or the cupcake in the room, and to clear everything up for Whoopi Goldberg and for every leftist out there that thinks that they are not being targeted for being on the left. Which I find to be so ironic because isn't it always the right that got pushed aside and told to sit over there? And now all of a sudden it's the left. Here are just a few clips from the press conference today from the actual bakery owner.
It's a community that I have to tell you, I'm so overwhelmed by the support between finding out yesterday this even happened, getting phone calls, and then people coming in, people from all over just supporting us in every way. We had phone calls yesterday from Alabama. Guy says, I'm going to give you $50, send it to a school, send them donuts, send them cupcakes. The support has been so overwhelming, and I know how hard my family has worked to keep this business alive. And I wish my father was here today to see this. He would never believe it. My bakers come in 2 or 3 in the morning just to have donuts and rolls for everybody to come in and say, we have the best rolls ever. And you know what? It took my whole family. It takes everybody, the community that comes every day to see us. We have this everyday conversation with everybody. How's the family? How's this? This is what makes Holtomans Holtomans. It's the community. It's my fellow everything that come out, and us giving back to the community that makes this go round. And if it wasn't for you and Staten Island to make this work, we still wouldn't be here today. My father always said, you do what you love. I'm telling you, this is my heart. And I thank you so much for everybody to come out and support us with the Holtoman family. It means the world to me.
They give back to the community that they call home. They give back to the community that patronizes them. And I'm so glad that we see all the cars here, all the people coming in and out of the store today to send a message to the person who decided that she was too important for a boiler breakdown, that she had to have her pastries, and if it wasn't coming to her, it must have been someone else's fault. It must have been a directed insult to her. That would never be the case. Staten Islanders don't serve people based on their political opinions. They serve everyone who comes through their doors.
I'd like to introduce you to what this controversy is about. This is the Charlotte Russe, and I'd like to thank Whoopi Goldberg for recognizing Holtman's Bakery and Staten Island as the birthplace of her favorite cupcake. What happened, you know, whatever you said, we all know at this point in time it really wasn't true, but thank you very much for saying it. Thank you for giving us thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars of free advertising and free publicity. Thank you for introducing me to the Charlotte Russe. And I kind of heard a rumor, or maybe I'm starting a rumor, that maybe there's going to be a new bakery delight and they're going to call it the Whoopi. And we'll see how that happens.
And you know what the reality is here and what the lesson is? When you make your own perception of something that happens, you wind up with egg on your face. And that's exactly what the people on The View got by bringing this to the attention. So the warning I have for all those who may jump to conclusions, think before you click.
I mean, they went in on Miss Whoopi Goldberg. This is a small business that has been around for over 145 years, and they've never had a problem before. Never an issue before with politics until this week with Miss Whoopi Goldberg, who all of a sudden decided to single this company out, this small business out, for potentially being against her, for being a Democrat, a liberal, and let's go on and say it, a black woman. And what's so harmful about this is there were no facts. It was all emotions. It was all, I think, I'm not sure, but I wonder. But you're saying this on live TV with the company's logo in front of you on camera. I mean, what did you think was going to happen? And turns out their boiler, which is over 60 years old, ran into some problems. It happens. But listen to what Tomi Lahren said on Fox News, which I found to be incredibly insightful, and I think she's onto something.
I'll tell you what this also is, in my opinion, is it's projection and it's deflection. This is what the left does. I've had numerous instances in California and in other liberal places where people didn't want to serve me, or where I got, bad looks, or I felt obviously uncomfortable being in a place because of who I am and what I believe in. I would never call these places out on air. I would never try to disparage them or hurt their business. But I think that she's used to that because she's on the left, and maybe she would do that to somebody. So she automatically assumes that was done to her, but it quite clearly wasn't.
I 100% agree with her. I think this was projection. 1000%. How many times have we seen issues or situations, like Tommy said, where if you are on the right, people look at you like you have two heads? I mean, try to be a conservative commentator on social media. It's a hard job because people come against you and call you all types of names and assume the worst of you because of your political affiliation. I mean, case in point, do you guys remember back in 2018 when Sarah Huckabee Sanders was then the press secretary for President Trump, and she was kicked out of a restaurant in Virginia for simply existing with her family.
Yeah, we got tipped off to this story after a server at the Redhead restaurant in Virginia posted on Facebook saying, and I'm paraphrasing, that they attempted to serve Sarah Sanders for a short while before the owner of that restaurant intervened and asked Sarah Sanders and her family, 7 of her family members, to leave the restaurant. We reached out to the Red Hen. We've yet to hear back from them, but I reached out to Sarah Sanders, and she referred me to her Twitter account in which she confirmed this story. Here's what the press secretary for President Trump tweeted out. She writes, quote, "Last night I was told by the owner of Red Hen in Lexington, Virginia to leave because I work for President Trump, and I politely left. Her actions say far more about her than about me. I always do my best to treat people, including those I disagree with, respectfully, and will continue to do so."
And here is the ultimate irony, is that Ana Navarro, who now is a co-host of The View, back in 2018 defended the restaurant kicking Sarah Sanders out for being a Republican.
This president lie and lie and lie and lie time again. They've seen him do outrageous, offensive things. Sarah Sanders, his spokesperson, has become the face of this administration. And some people find the idea of tearing children away from their families and then lying about it morally offensive and don't want to be part of that. Her children, her family had to witness that. But I also think look, you make choices in life. You'll make choices in life.
And that is something that the left is known for. They are the cancel culture left. So the fact that Whoopi Goldberg is trying to create this narrative that she's being canceled is just comical to me. Because there's nothing to support her actual claims other than her assumptions, which is baseless. So I'm getting projection vibes. I think Tommy's right. I'm getting, oh, we always do this, and now we're on the losing team. We lost in the election, everyone's laughing at us, and everybody hates us. And I want my cupcake. Whoopi, next time, do some research. Now, I definitely smell a lawsuit coming here because their company was hurt drastically in the pockets because of what Whoopi Goldberg said. I don't know about you, but I think that is a lawsuit waiting to happen, and it should happen because these big media giants need to be held accountable for their words, something that they're not used to. But it's about time that accountability takes place. Now, Whoopi and ABC, The View, they have not made any statements yet, but I have a feeling they probably will address it because the story is growing. The press conference was only today, this afternoon. And if a lawsuit does come, I'm pretty sure Miss Whoopi Goldberg will be retracting her statements and apologizing live on air. And best believe I will be reporting on it. I love when they have to eat crow. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this video. Do you think it's fair for Whoopi Goldberg to have jumped to conclusions, hurting this business without getting any details? I vote no. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video. Until next time.